Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of ChumChat. It's your boy Johan Gomez with my co-host Tanner Tessman, and we have a very special guest, our boy Chris Richards, back for part 2. Y'all definitely wanted this one, and we can definitely say he's taken some strides since the last time he was on about 2 years ago. So, welcome onto the podcast, my boy.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me again.
Of course, and make sure if y'all are liking this content to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into it. My boy. First, let's start off with the injury. That's the most recent thing. How are you recovering from that?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Still about a week away from being fully in with the team, but it's getting better each day. So kind of circled on my schedule the game against Bayern. Hopefully, I'll be back. So that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, that'd be massive to get back by then. But like, how are you coping with it? Because it's like I feel like it's different if you don't have family around to kind of help you or whatnot. But has it been tough like mentally more than anything?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got lucky in that aspect. The day I was supposed to fly back to the States from national team, my mom was coming. She'd already planned it. So I had her here for about 2 weeks, and then my dad came right after. So with that part, it's really helped because, you're having 2 trainings a day when you're injured, and it's like you're training harder and longer than the actual team. And so I think without them, it would have been a lot harder. But, it still sucks seeing your team out there playing, and whether they're doing well or they're not, it's still like you want to be out there on the field with them, and you want to be a part of the success that they're having. And so at first it was a little tough because, I really haven't had a big injury like that. But also it just kind of makes you hungrier to get back out there.
Yeah, I feel that 100%.
How much do you blame the turf for your injury?
It was the turf definitely didn't help. I'm not gonna just blame the turf because I did kind of take a bad touch, but also the turf didn't really help at all with the game. It's CONCACAF. I mean, you kind of just gotta expect stuff like that, and you just gotta always be turned on. Honestly, that was probably the biggest thing that I learned from this last window is that you always gotta be turned on, and it just takes 1 second to get hurt like that.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna ask though, how was the turf? Because you know how turf is. If it's like not great, and if it's cold like it was in Canada, like it basically feels like you're playing on cement. So
yeah, that was like football turf. Like it had no give to it. It was stone cold. It was so tough to play on it. Like it was crazy. We trained the day before on it, and like you couldn't make any cuts or you would slip and fall. So it was really like you almost had to play very cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was cold, bro. How about that night in Minnesota, bro?
Bro. I was all the way up in the suite with a blanket on, and I was still freezing. Like I've never even experienced something like that.
Jeez, bro. I can't believe they made the team play. I mean, it's crazy, but jeez. But let's talk about obviously you got a new American in Hoffenheim, Justin Che. How's he fitting in? Has he been adapting well? How the coach is thinking? You think he'll get playing time at all this year, or you think it's going to be kind of rough for him?
Yeah, I think him having already known German and kind of already been in the German environment for a little bit, it wasn't that big of a jump for him when he first came here. I think that Hoffenheim is still a pretty big jump from the second team of Bayern, and it's still like a learning curve for him, but every day he's getting better, and he's playing a lot with the second team right now, getting game time there. So it's not like he's just been here and just been chilling in training. He's been getting games. So I'm sure he'll make his debut before the end of the season. It just kind of depends on how we're doing because we're still fighting for a European spot, and it's not much room to give up at the top right now. So we're kind of trying to get as many points as possible, and hopefully he'll be able to make his debut at the right time, though.
Yeah, bro. Actually, I want to transition into that because this is kind of a more personal question just from me to you, but it'll be good for the pod. Obviously, you played in the third league where I'm playing now. What advice would you have for any youngsters moving to Germany, maybe playing that league? Even for me, what advice would you give me like for that league, and how does like that league help you transition to Bundesliga? Because I mean, you were successful there. Obviously, you won the third league. Now you're killing it in the Bundesliga. So I mean, just give me some advice on that, bro. Like,
I mean, I think people see third division and they think like, oh, it's like it's like a crap league. It's the bottom of the German professional division. But you got to think the year that we won, the trophy, Alfonso had played 3 odd games with us, and like, you see Alfonso now, and he's one of the best left backs in the world, and so. I'm not going to say that he was struggling, but also it wasn't like a walk in the park for him either. And so, like I said, I think people see third division and they think like, oh, it's not that great, but also it's kind of like your intro into grown men football, and it's also, it's going to prepare you for wherever you want to go next. I feel like it's almost easier to play first division than to play third division, because when it comes to third division, you're probably going to get cracked. Like, it's not going to be an easy game where everyone's just playing tiki-taka and stuff like that. It's going to be physical, and you're going to get everybody's best. And so, because everyone wants to get promoted and no one wants to get relegated back into a league that's not considered professional. So
exactly, bro. You hit it on the head.
Yeah,
I think you're like the first person that really understands. And that Tanner made a face when you said that, but the amount of times I've heard that has been like so many. They're like the higher leagues, the 2 higher leagues, second league and the first league is actually easier than the third league a lot of the time, because like you said, it's just so physical. A lot of teams are just basically fighting. Like it's not a lot of times it's not pretty football and stuff like that. And yeah, but yeah, like how do you think that like helped you specifically to go into Hoffenheim now and just basically walk into the team, honestly?
I think a lot of it had to do with the coaches that I had, because now they're the coaches that here at Hoffenheim. But also, it kind of, like I said, it kind of just exposed me to like that professional, like being a professional, because you're playing tough games on the weekend, and you're probably flying. You're gonna have a long travel day, and it's just kind of getting you ready. It's not like you're playing U19s anymore. It's like I said, you're playing against grown men every week, and so it's just it's just a new experience in that a lot of really famous and really kind of great German soccer players have gone through the third division, and so it's not just a league where people just blow it off. It's definitely a development league, and kind of like you're surrounded by clubs like Dresden, both the Berlin clubs, Leipzig. So especially if you're a young guy, they're probably taking notes, and they're probably watching your games on the weekend. So again, it's just you never know who's watching, and you hopefully you never know. Maybe you'll get promoted to second division, then you're one step away from playing first division.
Yeah, but that's a pretty hopeful statement. But
yeah.
Let me say, Chris, you've played against Johan, you've played with Johan, you've played against the best strikers in the Bundesliga, you've played against the third Bundesliga strikers. Do you think Johan Gomez can be a Bundesliga striker?
Wow.
I mean, of course. I'm not saying it because you're on here, of course, because that'd be kind of messed up. But like I said, I played against first division. I played against I played against strikers in CONCACAF who were playing first division, other places. So, and I think you definitely have the type, like the style of play that kind of fits the Bundesliga. I mean, you work hard, you run a lot. That's like the German style of play right there. And then if you add some goals onto that, I think you're on your way to becoming the first Bundesliga player for sure.
I appreciate that, bro.
Big facts.
I'm trying. Good question. I appreciate that, bro. But transitioning into, you were talking about the physicality. Obviously, you're injured right now. I just want to know, how do you take care of your body? Do you have like a masseuse? Does the team have some kind of masseuse or something like that you be? I know a popularity in Germany is the foot masseuse. No, I don't know if you guys have that. I don't know if you use that at all. But how does that work for you?
So I mean, of course, we have like our physios who do like a lot of massages and stuff like that. But we also have like a special physio, and he comes with how do I even explain it? It's like a machine, and it has like electromagnetic waves, and it's like like a rolling pin where you roll out like cookies or something on.
Yeah, like roll out dough and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he has one that's like, it's like really skinny, but it's like the same concept, how like you roll over the spot on the person's leg or wherever on the body, and it's supposed to like decrease the like swelling and the pain. And it takes a few times. It takes maybe like 30, 45 minutes, but you can definitely feel the difference afterwards. And so that was something that I'd never done until I came here. And also at Hoffenheim, we have this thing, it's called the Neuro Body Gym. It's like you have like an oxygen mask over your face, and you put on headphones and you're looking at a screen, and it's just like these different I guess pictures and graphics they show on the screen, and it's supposed to like relax you, and it plays like soothing music in the background and checks your pulse. It's supposed to help control your breathing after a game and stuff like that. So, or whenever you have a hard training. So it's a weird thing to try to explain, but it's something that, it seems to help.
Got that new technology over at Hoffenheim, huh?
Hey, it's crazy. Like I said, I've never seen it. And then like I go in this room and it's like everyone is asleep, but they have like these masks on and they have something checking their pulse, and it's really weird. But I guess it works. Yeah.
I have a question for you, bro. I have a question for you, and this is kind of has to go with that. But obviously, when you look at that technology, you're like kind of shocked in a way because you're not used to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Transitioning into something else, like what was your moment in which you were kind of like you had that moment of shock, but you were kind of like, I made it. You know what I mean? Have you had that moment yet? I assume you have.
I think the first time that I really was like, man, like this is crazy. I think it would probably be when I made my Champions League debut, or my starting 11 Champions League debut. And like it was against Salzburg, and of course, like, you hear the Champions League song on TV and stuff like that. But to be out there like in a Bayern Munich like jacket, and they're playing the song, and even though the stadium was empty, it was just us out there. But just like hearing that, standing out there with the players I was with, it was something that I definitely will never forget. And I think that was like the one moment where I was like, because it happened, what was it, 2020? I was like, bro, like 3.5, 4 years ago, I was like playing soccer in Alabama, and then now I'm playing Champions League for Bayern Munich. Like, it's just a crazy thought, honestly.
That's
Wild
insane
to think about.
That is insane, bro. And actually, it's funny because I was telling Tan right before you hopped on. I'm gonna see if Anthony, our editor, can get the clip from when you were talking about this in our last podcast 2 years ago. You were naming all these goals of yours, like being with the national team, playing Champions League, all this. And I swear, because I listened to it the other day, and I swear you've hit like all of them, bro. I swear you've hit all of them. It's so impressive. Yeah.
What were your goals when you were younger? And then how did it change throughout? Like, what were your short-term goals now? Like, what are they now? And then what have your long-term goals been, like, kind of out through your whole career?
I think my short-term goals now are definitely to get called into the senior national team. Make my senior debut here at Bayern. Yeah, I think those are my big two goals for right now. And long-term goals, I think maybe, of course, Bayern is a team that's usually in Champions League every year, and it'd be kind of sick to win a Champions League trophy, don't you think?
And obviously, you're barely even starting. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but I just want you to know, like, honestly, like, no BS, just off pod, off record, even. Like, I'm super proud of you, bro. I was telling Tim, obviously, you know how we watch. Everyone in Germany watches the Bundesliga, so we'll always watch Bundesliga when we're traveling to games, and we always watch the Hoffenheim games, obviously, just because. I don't know. It seems like you guys are always playing. And I remember watching your first goal, bro. And it was so dope. I mean, you were just celebrating. Everyone was going crazy. And a lot of my teammates play this game called Kick Base. I don't know if you know what it is. It's like fantasy for, And I'm always like, hey, put Chris on your team. You won't regret it. Like, put Chris on your team. But no, it's definitely cool seeing you out there week in and week out, bro. And like I said, you're barely starting. So it's cool to see for sure. But yeah, I mean, you've had a crazy rise. Like, I don't know if anyone has had that kind of rise.
Yeah. Now we need this new goals list. So 2022 and future, World Cup year. What are your goals for 2022 for yourself, personal goals, and for the teams that you play for?
Well, first off, I appreciate what y'all said. That was pretty dope to hear that. I can say personal goals. Hopefully I'm healthy for this next window. Hopefully we beat Mexico and Azteca. That'll be pretty sick. I think we definitely want to qualify for the World Cup, and me personally, hopefully I'm a starter when it comes to World Cup time in November. I think that's probably the biggest thing on my list for 2022 is to at least be a starter for 2 of the group stage games if we do end up qualifying or when we qualify. And then, I'm not sure what's going to happen with my club situation yet. Kind of waiting until summer to figure out what's going to happen. But hopefully, I'm just in a place where where I'm playing week in and week out, and hopefully, I'm playing at a high level, whether it's Champions League, or Europa League, or just a European competition again. So that would be awesome. I think hopefully I can add a few more goals, a few more shutouts along the way, but those are my big goals, even though they're kind of broad. I think those are definitely things that are on my list for this year.
We like that. Those are good. I think those are definitely goals that you're going to attain and see come to fruition. So I got no doubt. And especially with the ChumChat blessing,
yeah, of course.
Just sprinkle it on top. You know what I mean? I think for sure it's in the picture. So.
Well, I love that you actually talked about starting in group games because we asked George last week and he was kind of shell-shocked by it because it was super forward. I asked him, does George Bello think that he's the starter in Qatar, starting left back in Qatar? And he was like, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to say yeah or whatever. But I like that you came out here and you were like, I see myself. Like, I want to be the starter. I know I can be the starter. And so that has to be the goal, right? You starting and taking that team to new levels.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even want it to come off as like a cocky thing, but it's kind of like one of those things where you want to manifest it, where, I know if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing over here, that when it comes time for national team, I feel like I have a good chance of, cementing my place in that starting 11. So I'm just gonna keep grinding. Hopefully my ankle gets better real soon, and can show not just national team coaches, but also the teammates and just the people who are all watching that I'm ready for this.
I love that. Also, I've been talking with some people. I got some background information, and I wanna check in and see if it's true. But no, I'm just kidding. But ROC Nation, bro, I heard they're like super strict with some things, but I don't know how they are towards you or what it may be. But like I'm hearing like people trying to buy cars, like they got to go through ROC Nation to check and like different things about like personal life. Is this true or no?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that's true. I think ROC Nation is kind of like they're kind of like almost like your parents over here. Like, you kind of come to them whenever you say I want to buy a new car. I kind of run it through them just like I would my parents, asking if they think it's a good idea or if I should post this, if they think that's a good idea. So, ROC Nation, they don't just help with the sports side, they also help with the personal side. And so, a lot of these guys are European, and even though I'm the only North American client right now, like that's playing over here, it's they definitely try their best to kind of just be like a mentor to me. So I wouldn't say that it's necessarily it's strict like that, but they'll definitely give you their 2 cents, and it's up to you if you take it or not.
I like that though. That's nice to have somebody kind of like. I mean, they know the ins and out of every business, everything that will make you be better. So it kind of makes sense. Yeah. But how has your experience been with them? Like, have you met any crazy people or like been in contact with some crazy names, or how has it been so far?
It's been dope. I've spoken to Lukaku a few times just through Instagram and stuff like that. So that's been cool. But I've met a lot of the guys in the office, whether it's like the president of ROC Nation, not Jay-Z, but like the presidents and just like the heads of the soccer division and stuff like that. And I went to visit the office in New York, which was amazing. And it's a really good atmosphere there. And so I'm really happy with where I am. And I think still on the list is to meet Jay-Z. So I'm hopefully looking forward to that real soon.
If you meet him, you know what you're gonna say to him, or you're just gonna be like kind of calm about it?
I don't even know.
I think you gotta come in. You gotta be like, "What's up?" My boys, they got a podcast, ChumChat. Been wanting to get you on. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just like, you gotta act cool though. You can't just be like. You gotta be like, hey, let's get a pic for the gram though. Like you
hey,
post, I post.
So I'll be like, hey,
no. You won't walk up to him with a pen and be like, you said you want an autograph?
I got something for you in the car. I'll go get it real quick.
Oh, that's crazy. It's good exposure though. I mean, ROC Nation's crazy, dog. So that's
Yeah,
big time. That's big time for real.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess as Americans, we kind of seen like the Jay-Z story and just kind of their growth of the agency. So it's been cool to be one of the only Americans on that roster.
Yeah. It's a big thing. It's a big title to kind of hold it with you. And I mean, hopefully it continues to go and the relationship is good with them. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless with that. That's just my thought. Like the things you have access to. Yeah. The connections you have, like, it's just, I mean, it's out of this world, really. I mean, it's every corner of the world, people that are doing really well. So it's a lot of good things. But on another note, though, I've heard some things about a little vacation you're planning to take. With my boy he's planning it from
Yeah. Look,
I don't know how much you could tell into that, but he told me to reach out to you to say like, yeah, it's good, because I worked with him a few times, but I want to hear about his vacation, because the stuff that he be sending me, bro, is crazy.
It's
crazy.
I'm not gonna give away all the details, but it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a good vacation that'll be a good little off-season thing. Be able to put your phone in airplane mode for a little bit, just sit back and enjoy it. So it's gonna be somewhere on the island, just chilling on the beach. Hopefully not doing too much working out, just enjoying life for a little bit. So
yeah, for sure.
How are you liking Venice? I forgot to ask you.
No, it's good. I mean, right now this is like the second time all year we've been in the relegation zone. Like, we've only been in for like 3 days, and then this is like the first couple of days. So, like, right now with the team, it's a little like weird vibes, kind of. 2 days after a loss, that it was tough. But I mean, I think 100% we have the team to stay up, and I think we can. But Venice, bro, is so nice. Like,
yeah,
dude, it's crazy. Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
mean, then yeah, it's just a different world. Like, coming on the island and walking to dinner or walking to the square, and dude, it's crazy views. And when it's nice weather, bro, I swear you can't beat it. It's unreal.
So you're not living directly in the city, right? Because I feel like that'd be either super expensive and really touristy. So
no, yeah, it's really touristy. And then if you live in the city, we train on the mainland. So if I was in the city, bro, it's every day walking to the car, to the bus, doing it. There's only one guy that was on our team before this window. He went on loan somewhere, but he was born and raised in Venice. So he's like, there was no chance he was leaving Venice. But bro, I can't tell you, bro, it's such a hard travel every single day. Like, I guess it's like, even when we were in Dallas, like going to Dallas, like that'd be like every day going to Dallas. Like, you don't want to do that, like you would go to Dallas like for a nice dinner, like a game, or shopping or something like this. But yeah, that's kind of how Venice is the same. But it's crazy, bro. And on the weekends, bro, it's packed, bro. Like,
yeah, I bet
it gets packed. So it would be tough living there, but
yeah.
But you need to go to Frankfurt and then get some Chipotle, and then when you go to camp and hopefully March, like do the little drop off, like the little handoff.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool.
Make a little pit stop in Venice for you.
But yeah, I'll send you my order. So
I bet
we got no problems. You could probably drive by Johan as well. How far is Frankfurt from you, Johan?
Oh, might as well. 4 hours, like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's only 4 hours, bro. Come on.
Bro, I'll come through and get Chipotle. I was thinking about it. I was like, is Chipotle really worth 4 hours driving?
We can do
it's definitely about
2 and 2 meetup. Let's go.
Meet in between.
But we got anything else, John, or what are you thinking?
Bro, I feel like I haven't talked to Chris in forever, so I'm trying to think. But
it's been a minute.
Man, I don't know.
I think we need to run that. I think we need to run the success question again.
Run it back?
I think for sure.
Which question?
The success question.
Hit him with it, John.
Come on. All right, bro. We already asked you it before, but I guess you don't remember. It's our signature question. We asked all our guests, success defined. We asked you like what you think your definition of success is, and if you think you've achieved it.
I feel like last time I said something like, what did I say? Something about making enough money to take care of my family.
I think success, like I said earlier, I think it's for me is like repaying my family for everything that they've done for me. I mean, we weren't always the wealthiest family growing up, and like I said, my family had to make sacrifices that I didn't even realize until recently that they had made. But that's one of those things where they've worked their ass off their whole life, and football career is only maybe 20 years max. Like if you've been playing since you were 17. And so I have this little period of time to make as much money as I can and to do as much as I can with this money to repay them. And so I think that's my definition of success, is giving back to the people who always busted their ass for me.
I'd say that's a part of it, but I think another one for me is probably being the reason why somebody picks up a soccer ball. Like, I think for me, it's being able to inspire, like, whether it's one kid or a new generation of kids. I think that's something that would help define success for me. Especially, I know Tanner knows this, but growing up in Birmingham, there's not many soccer players, and also growing up, there weren't very many Black soccer players. So I think definitely if I can be that one person that that inspires this little kid to pick up a soccer ball one day because they saw me on TV or they saw me at the park one day, then I think that's definitely something that that I would define as successful.
I love that, bro.
That's big time. That's big time.
We always tell our guests that their answer was good, but that was genuinely good, bro. And I wouldn't be yes. But I actually had a question here, and that ties in perfectly. You're active in your community in not Atlanta, in Alabama. What do you have anything big planned for the future for that? I know you partnered. I don't know if you partnered with like some kind of futsal organization. I think I saw it a while ago. And I know you're pretty active in supporting the Legion and stuff like that. Do you see yourself kind of like maybe becoming an investor in something like that, or in the future? Or do you have any concrete plans, or is it just kind of like in your mind as of right now?
Yeah, I mean, kind of in my mind, I haven't set anything in stone yet, but definitely something like my brother plays in the futsal club there, and there was no futsal in Birmingham growing up with me and Tanner, and so I think it's definitely something, just seeing like the growth that soccer is having back home. It's definitely something that I want to kind of get my foot into, and whether it's helping my old clubs that I played with, or even just kind of starting a program in like the downtown area, because down the Birmingham, I mean, we have some great athletes, but most athletes are either sticking to basketball or football because that's all they see around them. And so kind of just exposing them to another sport, another opportunity, even if they don't end up playing soccer in the long run, just kind of stuff that I learned in soccer helped with every other sport that I played, and vice versa. So I think if I can kind of help get some type of soccer organization or just that platform into downtown Birmingham or just around the area, I think it'd be really cool.
Do you think for one, that's an awesome answer. And to be honest, I'm trying to do the same thing. Kind of like, I love getting involved because Alabama wasn't that place where you had a lot of people playing soccer. But do you think this is like bigger than obviously, like, you want to inspire people, pick up a ball, be able to be an affordable option for kids to be active and learn lessons that you learn, but also like this could help the development of like U.S. soccer, like having these type of organizations, and once you do it, then the next guy will try to do it in their city. Do you think this like extends the eyes on U.S. soccer and producing better talents for the national team?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess you kind of see it in Europe, where the number one sport is soccer, and so the best athletes are playing soccer. And back home, we're good athletes, of course, but you see like the LeBrons, guys like that playing basketball and football. And just imagine if our best athletes were also playing soccer, how far we could probably go with this. And like you said, it's starting something like that, it could inspire the next person coming up to do the same thing once they've made it. And if it's not my generation, it's not the one after me. It just keeps going until hopefully we become that kind of soccer powerhouse that we see, like teams like France and Spain and England, like just teams like that. And we definitely have enough people. We definitely have enough athletes, enough kids that are interested in the game. So it's just a matter of getting the right people, or just seeing who loves it. And you never know until you pick it up.
Facts. I got one more question, and I'm done.
What's the question? I had a question too, but this is hella random. It was hella random.
Mine's kind of
yours more serious or no?
Yeah, more serious.
All right,
I'll go.
I'll go.
Basically, relaying off that topic, kind of like after football, after soccer, what do you see like yourself doing? Is it coaching or is it something totally out of the game? What do you think it would be from now?
When I was younger, I thought I wanted to be a coach, but kind of once I got over to Europe, I was like, maybe it's not what I want to do. I think I want to be an agent though. I mean, I'm not saying I want to be my brother's agent because, there's no telling what his career is going to look like. But I think it's crazy how young these guys are signing professional and stuff like that. And like you saw NYCFC signed a 14-year-old yesterday. So like,
Yeah,
it's just crazy that it's that close. Like when I was 14, the last thing I was worried about was a pro contract. So, I think if I could be an agent and kind of mentor a kid that reminds me of myself, I think that'd be awesome, and wouldn't necessarily have to work a 9 to 5, and I could do my thing, but also take care of whatever players I have.
I love that. Agent would be fun, man. Being able to
That's a good answer.
to kind of work with
question,
people.
Tan. I was actually going to ask that when we were talking about ROC Nation. But so
being able to travel as well, because like if you got a guy playing in Italy or in Spain, you get to go travel. I think it's cool, but yeah,
keep it
I like that answer
as well. Instead of just kicking on the couch every day, give you something to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You got one more, Johan, or no?
I was just gonna ask him how your German coming along, bro. Like I know you were struggling last time you came on.
No, it's good, bro. It's I wouldn't say fluent, but I'd say like 85% fluent.
All right, let's do a German from here
There's
out.
some hope, bro. There's some hope.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's some hope, bro. I got you.
Johan, do the outro in German.
Hell no. I can barely say anything. I'm getting there though. I can understand. I can understand a lot more now. But the important thing is really just inside the pitch and like being able to communicate with your teammates. So
exactly what it is.
Matter like that, but I think it's all for
me,
bro.
Man. Yeah, we don't want to take too much of your time, Chris. Obviously, I see you're dropping the kids off at the pool, so we'll
I'll do this in the bathroom.
I don't know if you peeped that, John.
That he was doing it in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I peeped that, but I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't either. Maybe
because they're doing construction outside, and it's like it's right outside of my dining room, and so like it was really loud, so I figured it'd be best.
I just really wanted to flex like the rainfall shower type. He was
the
like,
rainfall.
I really got
yeah,
like
we see it,
now.
bro. We see it, bro.
Oh, this little thing.
They don't.
It's got like 6 modes. Type.
This little thing.
This is the guest bathroom stuff.
Welcome to the crib.
Yeah.
Chris was just
don't get me started. Chris got to do his own version of the Justin apartment video, bro.
Nah, he's got.
Speaking of Che, bro, we're gonna get a clip and we're gonna send it to him, and we're gonna put pressure him on the Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get that boy on. I'm not even gonna ask who you want to see on next because it's gonna be Justin Che. We really appreciate having you on, bro. Obviously, it's good love, and we'll be with you on the journey back to your recovery. And I hope the fans will send their support and hopefully see you in this March window to qualify for the World Cup and continue to do well and with Hoffenheim and hopefully qualify for a good spot and reach your goals for 2022. But send us out, Johan.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's our boy Chris Richards. We started in Casa Club freestyling with the little pens, and now he's been finna be in the World Cup. So it's been quite the journey. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And like we always say, go find your own success. Deuces.